Hi, I'm Darin Klein with the South by Southwest Music Festival. I've been with the company for 12 years, and over the years I've had to do a number of different tasks, some of which I've passed on to other people, and new ones that I've acquired in the last few years. And they've ranged over the years from coordinating all the big bags, working on the trade show, all the way up to hiring people to work the music festival, and most recently in the last 6 years I've been booking bands and coordinating showcases. Well, it's a music conference first and foremost, and a festival, and they really go hand in hand. The conference part really wouldn't exist without the festival element, and the festival wouldn't exist without the conference. They really go hand in hand. The daytime activities, the panels, the trade show, the mentor sessions, all of the activities that go on during the day, including the official daytime parties, they really go hand in hand with the music festival at night. And it's kind of a nice, South by Southwest is really a huge networking opportunity. It's a place to put faces to names of people who you've dealt with in the industry sometimes for years. Especially for me, I get to meet a lot of the people who I've been dealing with on the phone and over email for years, and it's a good time to get FaceTime in with a lot of the people who you do business with. And it's a pretty fun atmosphere to do business. There's lots and lots of bands. I think we have 1,500 showcasing acts this year. There are tons of day parties with a lot of companies that really want you to see their bands and drink their beer and eat their catered fajitas or barbecue. So it's a real nice, relaxed, fun atmosphere to do business and to talk shop with the folks that you talk to all the time on the phone or over email.
How did it get you started?
It started 20 years ago. My understanding was that the two directors of the Austin Chronicle and two other partners thought that it would be a good idea to have a music industry convention in Austin, Texas, and sort of take advantage of the fact that the University of Texas was on spring break, and that would sort of make the town a little bit less crowded and bring in some bands. And it was primarily started to showcase local and regional talent to the rest of the country. And I don't believe that it was really big internationally at first. I don't even know if there were any international attendees the first few years. It was mainly local and regional acts. And the owners were, or the founders were able to, who had also worked in the music business before. They were either band managers or promoters, and they had some experience with attending conventions, and they decided to take a stab at it, and the Austin Chronicle was the first sponsor, and they were the ones who promoted it locally. I think wristbands were $10 or $15 the first year. They had 10 or 15 clubs, about 150 bands, and now we have 65 venues and 1,500 bands. So we work with almost all of the year-round music venues in Austin, like Emo's, the Austin Music Hall, La Zona Rosa, Stubbs, Antone's. Those are the clubs that pretty much do music, 365 days a year. But over the years, especially in the downtown area, we've had venues that want to work with us because of our reputation of bringing in good talent and bringing in crowds to their clubs, which, originally during spring break, all of the students were gone, and that's who populate most of the bars on the weekends. So in a weekend that was normally a slow weekend for these bars, they said, hey, why don't you come and work with us, and you guys bring in the talent and bring in the people. So that's pretty much how it started. And over the years, we've used some pretty interesting venues, I would say. In addition to hotel ballrooms, we've used pizza parlors. This year we're using a church for the first time ever, and I heard from a musician today that he said it was one of the best gigs that he'd ever played. It sounds great. It looks great. We use parking lots, set up stages there. For years and years, in front of the Driscoll Hotel on 6th Street, we would close off the street and set up an outdoor stage. And we had Iggy Pop play there. We had Ben Harper play there early in his career. So we've booked parks. Currently, we book auditorium shows where we do a series of free shows, and that can accommodate up to 25,000 people, and that's pretty much giving back what we hope that we're giving back to the city of Austin for all the folks who maybe can't afford a wristband. Now that the festival has grown and become more popular, we have a series of what we think are great concerts out there for everybody to enjoy for free. We have, Morrissey. We have the Arctic Monkeys. We have Nickel Creek. The Beastie Boys played an unannounced surprise show last night. We have bands from all over the world. I think we have 325 international bands. A lot of represented from Canada and the UK, but I actually heard that the band from Iran made it in the country. They were supposed to come last year, and they didn't get their visas, but this year they were able to get in. So for the first time ever, we have a band from Iran. We have a couple of bands from Uzbekistan, Iceland, Finland, Norway, Sweden, about 10 bands from Japan. But the bigger artists, we have Chris Christopherson, the Drive-By Truckers, Anthony Hamilton. Boy. Let's see, we had Richie Furay, who was in Buffalo Springfield way back when. We have Nico Case, Beth Orton, Spoon, Black Alicious, Echo and the Bunnymen, The Pretenders, Lyle Lovett, Snow Patrol, Metric, The Magic Numbers. Well, we have an application process, which is open to the public, and we start the application process September 1st, and bands can apply for 2 months, and they fill out an application, and they send us their CD and a press kit, and a photo, and any promotional material that they have, pretty much telling us what they're all about, who they've played with, plus press articles, who's written about them, which radio stations play them, pretty much all the information that we need to make a decision as to whether we like to invite the band or not. Mm-hmm. And if we want to invite the bands, then we send them we send them an invitation, and then we will place them on a showcase, and we have a big, what I like to call just a big 1,500-piece jigsaw puzzle. We put every band that we invite on a magnet, and we have a big board separated by day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then separated by club, and then it's just putting the pieces together and trying to build the best shows. A lot of the showcases or a lot of the shows that we have that are on our schedule, we will work with a lot of record labels and a lot of other entities like ASCAP or BMI to produce showcases where they submit a list of talent that they would like to have on one entire night, and then we basically decide at that point whether which bands that we'd like to work with and which bands that we feel would be appropriate for a showcase. And we try and place the bands obviously, or the showcases in an appropriately sized venue. We want everybody to be able to get in, especially the music industry folks who the bands really are coming to playing to see. But there's nothing better than being in a show that with a full house, but we don't like shutting anybody out. So that's obviously one of the challenges, is trying to find that balance of putting the right show in the right club and being able to have that work with all of the artists' schedules who are involved. Well, hopefully they're all served in some way at South by Southwest. They're obviously coming, for some bands, great distances to come here to play in Austin, Texas, in the middle of March for a reason, and that reason is for attention, and they want the attention of the music industry or the music press, who are all down here looking for a variety of things, programming, articles on who are going to be the next biggest things, perhaps exclusive interviews or interviews with artists who, with higher profile artists, say with Morrissey, who doesn't do too many public appearances. But on the other side, there are a lot of artists who are here who are at the beginning stages of their career, and showcasing at South by Southwest can be of tremendous value to them. There might be a lot of buzz, a lot of maybe fanzines writing about them. Some major magazines might have little blurbs about who's hot and who's up and coming, and that just builds a buzz and builds an excitement around the band. And a showcase is really the time for the band to take advantage of that and really to meet a lot of the people who want to see them and who might want to interview them, who might want to work with them in the music business, whether it be a record label, a publishing company, a lawyer, a business manager, a personal manager, what have you. So I don't think South by Southwest, a showcase at South by Southwest really guarantees that, but as my boss has said, South by Southwest is really a catalyst for bands and the music industry. It's really a place where they can all get together and meet, and it's one place where the music industry can come and really do a lot and see a lot of bands that they're interested in for business reasons. Working for a festival is definitely a great way to learn a lot, especially in my position. I mean, I started as an intern and worked part-time while I was in school, and then just slowly but surely worked up. But yeah, I would say that working for a festival will give you a lot of experience. You're going to learn about music production, all of the technical requirements that go into producing a show, whether it's the sound system or the stage or what covers the stage. You'll also learn a lot about booking agents, the way that they work. You'll learn a lot about record labels and the way that they work and how they market their music and all of the activities that are involved around the promotion of a record. I mean, that is one of the South by Southwest really is used by, or is a tool for some record labels to promote new artists, and you get to learn a lot about how they work and how they approach the marketing of their music and the promotion of their music. One of the artists who we work with to design T-shirts, he designed our volunteer shirt, and it actually is a chicken with its head severed, which is probably the best one of the best volunteer T-shirts I've ever seen. But really, that is what we're doing. There's really not going to be a whole lot that's gonna stop the festival, I don't think, except for an act of God. But we are doing our best to make sure that it runs as smoothly as possible, and pretty much doing a lot of problem solving. There are bands who, unfortunately, for some reason, they have to cancel for one reason or another, whether it's travel related or illness or some sort of emergency. So sometimes bands have to drop out and we have to find replacements at the last minute. Sometimes equipment malfunctions and we have to replace that at the last minute. Sometimes it's just making sure bands get on and off the stage on time, and sometimes that can be a challenge, especially if there are pretty guys or girls in the audience who are distracting the band members from getting on stage and playing. So there are a number of different issues that we have. We have over 1,400 volunteers who work for us who really make the festival happen, and it's just a matter of trying to keep everything moving and having shows run on time and making sure that the band's load-in goes well. And I would say book your travel early, because the festival, the conference over the years has become more popular, and if you want to stay downtown, be sure to sign up early. But I would, if you're coming for the first time in 2007, I would say just come expecting to, depending on what your objectives are. If your objectives are to meet a lot of people, I would just say don't be shy. Go up and talk to people. Pretty much, folks, and the vibe at South by Southwest is really laid back and really relaxed, and people aren't so stuffy. Pretty much everybody who I've approached or had to talk to has just been really open and very friendly, and South by Southwest really is a networking opportunity. So if you're coming for the first time, don't be shy and don't be afraid to go up to bands and talk to them if you want to work with them, because that's what they're here for. And if you're just coming for fun, wear comfortable shoes and drink a lot of water during the day, and you probably won't get a whole lot of sleep. So rest up before and just prepare not to be a little brain dead a couple days after.